one, you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price based off the item you choose. Early ties in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture. Holy Ghost, get the usher. No, I got your shit. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was clutter. Doing sorta.
This is second nature. All is automatic. Animal instinct, you fools hurt. Jesus will.
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Carr's pass.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Throwing again. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Carr's pass.
The intended. Receiver that time was Josh Jacobs. And that takes us from second to third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. From the gun, Jackson. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. Damon Arnett on
again on 2nd and 10. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Looking downfield for Dez. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Damon Arnett on the coverage.
Again, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Jackson going to run. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 18 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That's caught by Waller out left side.
Complete.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr gives to Richard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 11.
From the gun, it's Carr, and that will be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Jackson's going to look to run it. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Raiders nothing.
Buying time to his left. Oh, he almost had it for the pick.
Jackson.
A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Damon Arnett on the coverage.
Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 53 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion. And they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success.
They've got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. .36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Mariota being chased out left. He'll run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
That's a 48-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Offside defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A 53-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2. Remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble. And they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
second and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football. To catch him off balance.
And he did. 25. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss. Here in the first half and able. To knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Fielded in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down.
Looking to throw. Cole. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 26.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run here with Dobbins. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cole, and incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And
off the bootleg. Cole. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 4th down, Cole. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cole. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they'll wind wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Complete.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
To throw on 2nd down, Cole. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Complete to Darren
From 20.
Wallace.
Yards away, and the Raiders get a score closer. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Everybody stay under control. Let's just make plays.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another